What's up, internet? It's Sam, and today I have my August wrap-up. I think August was a pretty good reading month. I mean, it was pretty solid. I didn't read as much as I did in July, but that was because we had Booktubeathon, and well, Booktubeathon, I read 7 books in 1 week, and that's just never gonna happen again. But without further ado, let's just get on into this wrap-up. So this month being August, well, it's September 1st today, so last month I read a total of 5 books, 2 of which were Harry Potter's, so do with that information as you will. So the first book that I read in the month of August is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban by J.K. Rowling. You guys should know what this book is about. I'm not gonna tell you. You can Goodreads it if you want. I liked this book more than I liked Chamber of Secrets, which I thought Chamber of Secrets was like my favorite so far, but this one stole the show. I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. I liked the plot twist, how everything was so fast paced, like it kept happening, boom, boom, boom. I think this was the fastest Harry Potter book I read, besides Sorcerer's Stone, which is saying something because right now it's only 3 books that I've read so far. The book that I read was Queens of Geek by Jen Wilde. I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. I really did enjoy it. I thought it was a really good contemporary cheesy read. I finished it in a day. I fangirled completely, so you guys know that it packs on the nice romance that is promised. I do have a review about to go up on Monday for this, so if you want to hear more of my thoughts, you can check that out on Monday. The next book that I read in the month of August is Symptoms of Being Human by Jeff Garvin. I seriously loved this book. I audiobooked it, and oh, let me tell you, the feels. I finished this book in a day. I listened to it straight through. I was hooked from the first chapter. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. Just, oh. I loved the writing style and how we got to see the world through Riley's eyes. I loved how we got a glimpse of what it's like to be gender fluid, especially as somebody who's in the closet about it. I don't know if it's good representation of gender fluidity. If you don't know what this book is about, it follows a character named Riley who identifies as gender fluid, but he hasn't come out yet. His therapist is the only person that knows that he's gender fluid, and at her suggestion, he makes an anonymous blog to let out some pent-up frustration. And overnight, the blog becomes like this huge viral sensation in the LGBTQ community. However, the anonymity of the blog doesn't become anonymous anymore. Somebody finds out his identity, and he has to figure out whether he comes out and risk everything he knows in life or run away from it. Like I said, I really love the writing style in this. It grabs you, and it doesn't feel like a woe is me type of book, but rather it was very empowering and it was very educational. Like, I learned a lot from this book. I learned that non-binary is a thing. I was kind of in the same boat as some of the characters in the book, not really knowing what non-binary was. But as I was reading this book, I was gleaning so much information about what gender fluidity is and how people typically respond to it, I suppose. It was a great learning experience for me. But like I said, I don't know if it's good representation for those who identify as non-binary. So if you guys know if it's good rep, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to know. The next book that I read in the month of August was a reread, and that is 50 Shades Freed by E.L. James. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars the first time I read it. It's horrible, the writing's horrible, the plot's horrible, the characters are disgusting, but I'm trash, so I reread it for like the 3rd or 4th time. Yeah, that happened. The next book that I read in the month of August, which is my last book read for the month of August, is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. This is the 4th book in the Harry Potter series. As you can imagine, I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. If you don't know what this book is about, I suggest you go Goodreads it. Everybody knows. If you don't know, ask your friends or your mom. She probably knows. I really did enjoy this book. I don't know if I enjoyed it more than Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm still on the fence. I think Azkaban holds my favorite title just because black and there was just family. Oh, the familial love. But I think I really liked this one just because somebody other than Harry and maybe Dumbledore and Hagrid finally realizes what crap the Dursleys are to Harry. I really loved that part when Mr. Weasley, like, it dawned on him how, like, assholes they are. My French, sorry. Like, I really loved that. I did like the tournament stuff. I was not a big fan of the Quidditch World Cup section. I thought we could have done without it. There was no point. I mean, there was a point, but I didn't care for it. Honestly, I audiobooked and read this book, so when that part came up, I just skipped it. Well, I didn't skip it. I read it, obviously, but I listened to it, half listened, half not, till it was over. It just didn't grasp my interest. Like I said, I loved all the characters in this book. I love the writing. J.K. Rowling is a masterpiece in her own right. Like, this is just majestic what she's doing, and I can't believe it took me this long to actually read it. And just a side note, I'm gonna fangirl, but I love when Dumbledore's mad. Like, I'm just like, yes, drag them. Yeah, that is it. That's what I read for the month of August. A total of 5 books with a total amount of pages of 2,371. What? I don't remember if that beat out. Hold, let me look.
Did this beat out last month? Did I read more this month than I did last month? Page-wise? I know book-wise it did. Sorry, I'm not much beer. Oh, geez.
It beat out last month. Last month I read 1,555 pages. This month was 2,371. I give that because I read Harry Potter and like half the books were like 700 pages. Thanks, Harry. Coming in clutch. So yeah, guys, this is it. That was my wrap up. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below if you've read any of these books. Or if you haven't read but really want to, let's discuss. Talk to me. Tell me what you've read in the month of August. I really want to know. Like always, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to be notified whenever I make videos, which is weekly, hit that subscribe button. I'm your girl, Sam. I'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye!